Water is life.
We're connected to water and the land through our worldview. For instance, when we talk about moving in the land, we talk about ourselves as water. So we move from one place to another, like the river. We move upstream or downstream, and that's a direct translation in our language.
The relationship, the direct and inseparable connection between women and water, it's responsible for every one of our lives, that we are in our mother's body. We live in a water that our mother's body creates to nurture us, to keep us safe, to protect us.
We are the land. We're connected to the land. We're part of the land. Our languages come from the land. We come from the land.
The reason the devastation has been allowed to happen here on this land is because the people who are devastating it have no connection to their own homelands. The reason they bring in military, like up at the Gedemden checkpoint and Unistoten most recently, is because they don't understand our connection to the land. It's a nuisance and it's an inconvenience. We need to get in there. We need to build this, we need to dig that, we need to take this down.
There's a relationship for Indigenous people and the land, and for our communities it can be termed a sacred relationship. It also is a bit disrupted and broken due to colonization, residential schools, and so I think this kind of like returning back to the land is a way of healing for Indigenous people.
My voice represents the voices of those who are unable to speak for themselves. That's a big job, and I don't take it lightly, and I say that with no ego at all. I've paid a big price to do this work, and I will continue to pay that price as long as it is my work to do. That these opportunities that I have been afforded to go out and reach international platforms for the water and the importance of the water to all life on the planet, I don't take that lightly.
It's important to advocate for the protection of our lands and waters, and to do that throughout territories, like inside and outside of Indigenous lands, because like on a global scale, like we're all seeing the repercussions.
That means you respect the water, you respect the trees, you respect all the life on the land. It seems like a daunting task, but if each person starts with just little things, get a reusable straw, you have a reusable cup, don't buy plastic where you don't have to. Don't drink plastic water bottles.
We've been doing this in this place and being asked by our ancestors to fiercely care for this portion of land that has been bought. We fought to keep this portion of land, and we continue to fight to keep this portion of land.
I need every person to reconnect to themselves, to reconnect to their people, to find a way, if at all possible, go back and put your feet on your ancestors' land. Walk where your women walked. Put your feet in those waters. If there are trees still there, go to those trees, go breathe that air. If there are medicines there, if you know what your people wore, if you know what your people ate, if you know the words that your ancestors spoke, eat that food, wear those clothes, speak those words.
Oh, heal